You are 6'8", 3,000 pounds.
Yeah.
How has Medellin treated you as far as nutrition? And I know that you, based on our conversations and what I know about you and what you do for work and what you've been involved in the past, you know a lot about nutrition. You know a lot about bodybuilding and just being.
The man
physically.
Interviewed Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
by
he
the way.
interviewed
I'm just gonna let you know this
Arnold
right
Schwarzenegger.
now.
What do you think about nutrition here as far as, feeding yourself? For those of you guys that want to come down here and are wondering how much does, food cost and am I gonna be able to eat fast food if I want to? What is your opinion on that?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really struggled and I'm a picky eater. When I was a kid,
You're a picky eater?
I was really bad.
Looks like he
You
eats-
look like you
look
pick
like I
something
eat
and you
small
eat it.
animal. I don't know how many animals he ate. Yeah. He picked some and eat.
I'm a picky
He did that today in the
pick that shit
barrio.
and eat it.
They got less animals running around the street today. Joe ate them all.
I haven't really had any issues here. And again, being a picky eater is, there's certainly a few things missing, or you have to go to a different market, you know what I mean, to find it. But, for the most part, you can get anything you need here. And I don't know why it took me so long to discover Rappi. But once I'm like,
Life-changing app.
I'm like a VIP right now.
Me too. Diamond man.
Diamonds.
It's like I'm in the Rappi mafia.
I'm there, man. I can get accused for supporting them. I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it's like one of my friends, God bless him, he lives mostly a vegan lifestyle. He's lived with cancer for 10 years and he's been here quite a few times. His girlfriend was from Cali. And so he's pretty much lives vegan lifestyle, much like yourself. And he hasn't had any problems here either. So there's something here for everyone. Whether you come here for the culture or the weather or women or cocaine, let's be truthful, whatever, whatever your poison is and whatever reason is that you come here, the thing that I'd recommend to you is, open your mind and talk to someone and realize that when you come here, it's a different culture. I see people bitching, oh man, I live in the barrio and they're fucking blasting music all night long. Yeah, this is not fucking New Jersey.
Yeah.
This is not Alabama or wherever you're from, So
Why are you in the bar in the first place then if you're coming to
but
bitch
as,
about how they live?
but as far as food and nutrition goes, you can pretty much find anything you need here. Again, whatever, whether you're keto or, whatever, there's plenty of gyms here, your protein shakes, everything that you need is here. And this is a thriving city that, I believe will take some time to rebound from this, COVID situation.
Yeah.
But, I think Medellin will come back even stronger at some point and, continue to be a great place for, tourists to visit or relocate or whatever.
Okay.
Right. I guess my closing question to both of you, I'll start with Joel. Right now, we're going through interesting, historic phase in our lifetime and probably in human history. I think that if our human race ends at some point in the future, whatever alien race or whatever discovers our remnants will see this and be like, holy shit, something big happened here. And we're living through it. We're living through a pandemic. We're living through economic crisis. We're living through race, what I would call race awareness. And when I say race awareness, because a lot of people will ask, oh, you post Black Lives Matter, but you're not black. Or, oh, you didn't post Black Lives Matter. What's wrong with you? Mm-hmm. As a former immigrant in the United States, I'm Colombian. We immigrated and we were illegal for a long time in the United States. As I was telling Joel this morning and Sean from Ihamia when we were having this discussion, is that for us, Black Lives Matter is not about just black people. It's like, if I say Black Lives Matter, it's about gay, it's about Hispanic, it's about Asian, it's about Indian, it's about African American, it's about the ostracized, even if the Caucasian male that decides that he is from a different political party, but everyone, it's not everything matters, but at the same time, it's giving voice to something that didn't have a voice before, or that voice was a whisper, and now that voice is a shout, and it's not a shout of. And I think the media has done a great job of misdirecting that shout into thinking that shout is of anger and angst. But that shout was really a shout for help. The shout, I can't breathe. Mama, the shout of mother, shouting for your mom as you're dying. That is
His last word.
That is huge as an immigrant and someone that is not African American, but as an immigrant that lived in the United States and that has decided to not go back or venture back to that country for various reasons. And that what we're living through is exactly one of the reasons that I feel more comfortable in my own country where I was actually born. My question to you guys is, how, in this time that we're living through, what is your opinion of the people that are kind of criticizing, whether it's COVID, whether it's Medellin, whether it's the media? And what is your opinion on what's going on right now, and how is this going to shape the future of our world? It's not even just Medellin, it's of our world. I'll start with Joel.
You sure you want to start with me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So on my personal Instagram, Facebook, I post stuff. I post the way I feel. If you want, follow there, friend me, whatever. You can see really what my personal opinion is. And I want to tie this currently what's happening in the United States to currently what's happening in Medellin, and currently to address friends that have reached out to me, people that I can't even remember anymore of reaching out to me and say, hey, I was thinking about you and blah, 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 blah. One of the biggest questions that we're asked, both Andrew and I, and you probably get, is how can I help? Right? How can I help? We've got white people in the United States that are like, I don't know how to help this. I don't want to say anything because this and that, and Black Lives Matter. If I say Black Lives Matter, I could potentially lose my job. There's a whole lot of things that are going on, right? So people ask, how can I help? They reach out to us. They say, how can I help in Medellin? It's the same answer everywhere. And I'm not going to use this podcast right now because I could go on for like 50 hours about George Floyd, racial discrimination and stuff. You want to talk to me about it? Let's talk about it, because I have no qualms about talking about it. How can we help? Money is only one form of help in charity. If you have money, give money. Excess money, give money. It's not the only way you can help. Posting Black Lives Matter like I have emblazoned on my cover photo in Facebook is not the only way you can help. If you're white, you don't feel like that's the way that you should help because firstly, you don't even have the right. You feel maybe hypocritical. Don't do it. But ask yourself, how can you help? For me, this whole charity stuff, a lot of it, I was telling a friend yesterday, I have given way more in terms of what I think I can benefit to society with 3 albums on Facebook than I will ever be able to give in money, in raising awareness about what is going on in Medellin. For the first time, people from here, Paisas, have seen comunas that they've never been to.
That's
people
a really good point. That's a great point, and sorry to interject, but Joel took pictures of the first time we went out into this neighborhood, and if it weren't for the pictures that he took of the family, and you mentioned them earlier,
I may not be here. Yeah.
He would not be here, and this whole project would have not. The project, and it's literally kind of been a personal project for me because my sister saw the pictures of the little girl that lives in that shack, and she said, "I want to buy her a home. There's something about her but I want her to have a good life.
Yeah.
And it was because of the power of that picture.
Yeah.
And that picture didn't cost you anything other than your time,
Other than
your expertise.
Yes.
So I completely agree and understand what you're saying, that if people are asking, how can I help? Whether it's Black Lives Matter, Brown Lives Matter, Yellow Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, everyone's fucking life matters. But how can you help?
Yeah.
There's more than just monetary support. There's more than just, me putting a little banner on Facebook. It's an action. Like if you're a photographer, take a freaking picture.
Yeah. If you're a writer, write. If you're a singer, sing. Make a song, right? If you're like our friend Laura, one of the people that started this, I told Laura, Laura, you are an organizational genius.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the money. There's other people with money and that's all they have because they haven't figured out yet how they can help. So you organize. This person gives money. This person photographs. This person's a veterinarian. This person's whatever. Hey, just do something, right? Let's go back to the question at hand in the United States. You posting Black Lives Matter or you screaming or you taking a knee in front of the police doesn't have to be the only way. If you're a lawyer, defend somebody that you know is locked up right now that shouldn't be locked up, right? Like sing a song and I'm gonna close with this. I'm straight from the point, but this is my agenda on this one, right? Like people, act local. Stop thinking so global and act local. Look at the person beside you and figure out what can I do right now, right now, in all positivity, right? To influence that person beside me, the closest person's life, right? If they're a Black person, let me reach out to them and say, hey, and it's happened. Our clients have reached out. Shout out to Bobby, shout out to Steve, two people that, one on a public meeting and one privately reached out and left a message and say, hey man, like, honestly, I don't know what to say, but I'm there. That helps, right?
Yeah.
So in whatever way you want to help and you think you can help and your expertise, if you're an accountant, whatever, give your time, serve other people other than yourself. And trust me, the shit's going to get better. And that's it for me.
Absolutely. To reiterate, effort in any relationship that you have, whether it's with your family, your girlfriend, your wife, anyone, business, anything, it's about effort. And as you said, if you don't have money, it's funny that you say that about the girls. And man, it's like, we're here for a reason. We're all on the same team. We're on the same page, regardless of age, color, creed, discrimination. I think I said this the other day. Effort. Those two girls, Mariana and Laura, they're not out there humping bags and stuff like that, but I'm not about to start organizing all this stuff.
No.
And it becomes about, it's like, I hate to use the example. It's like, look at the New England Patriots. They work together collectively. It's a team. Certainly Tom Brady's great, Bill Belichick is great, but it's about a collective effort of everyone together. They don't pay the most. It's like, when I'm the man and I'm the best receiver the year before and my contract's up, they're not like, all right, this is what we're willing to pay you. If you're not willing to take it, be on your way. It's about a team effort. And today there was a massive team effort. Right now, what's going on in the United States is, it's sad. It's embarrassing. I was having this conversation the other day with my friend Ken Jackson in Michigan, and he's got a gym, and his wife is white. And, we were going back and forth, and he sent me an excerpt of some people that we know, on Facebook, and he was upset about it. And, I just sat there and I go, bro, I've been thinking about you day in and day out, and we've been messaging, pretty frequently because I'm like, what is it like for a biracial child to go, what the fuck is going on? And try to shield your children from seeing the news where it's like, wait a minute, in this example, it's like Ken is Black, so Ken's on the ground and his white wife is kneeing in his neck, and I'm like, and we went back and forth and, he was talking about, these specific people making comments, and I'm like, bro, people are ignorant. I'm like, especially in this day and age, Facebook and social media, everybody can say whatever the fuck they want. It's like the internet tough guy, kind of scenario. And when I said to him and I kind of closed it out and I put it into perspective with him, and I was like, people are going to act a fool. I'm like, but, the effort that you make with the people that you really connect with goes the longest way, in terms of effort here, the girls being organization, your photography, again, has brought us together today and brought many people together. Whether it is your form of expertise in your particular background or your race or your creed or whatever it is, at the end of the day, this is a time, and it's so sad that happened at this fucking time when more than ever, people need to come together in the world and work together regardless of creed or color or what have you, and put your hand out and be a friend, be a neighbor, lend a helping hand. And I'm certainly guilty of this. I know when I go back home in the United States, I'm going to look at my neighbors like, what the fuck do you want? Where here...
I got people back in Medellin where I could help. Who are you?
Where I'm like, here... last night, I ordered Rappy and I got some dinner, and I ordered 2 extra cheeseburgers, one for the dude and the receptionist and one for security. And I'm just like, hey man, you guys hungry? And they're like, oh, we're always hungry, And I'm like, fuck man, in the United States, if I was staying in a hotel somewhere, I wouldn't fucking buy them a thing. It's about effort, getting to know someone, messaging someone on Facebook that you might have a disagreement with instead of just guns blazing, go fuck yourself. Hey, you're black, you're white, you're Puerto Rican, whatever you are. Again, man, it's about everyone going the extra mile, stepping it up, getting a little bit outside your comfort zone and making an effort to be a better person. And Medellin has taught me that too.
Closing statement on my end is I'm going to quote two of my favorite people ever is Michael Jackson and Gandhi. And I think that...
Interesting combo.
Michael Jackson and Gandhi. And I believe that if you want to make a change, you've got to start with the man in the mirror. Mm-hmm. One of the biggest things that a mentor once told me when I was 24 years old that changed my life. He said, when you wake up this morning, part of your task, and I was working for him, he told me that if you don't do this, you're fired, basically. And obviously there was no way for me to prove that I was doing it, but I was very honest with him. And he said, when you wake up in the morning, for this whole week, I want you to, when you look in the mirror, when you're brushing your teeth, is to tell yourself that you love yourself. You don't understand how long it took me. It took me almost a month for me to be able to... Time? Yeah. For me to be able to look at myself in the eyes and say, I love you, and mean it. So I suggest that if you want to make a difference in the world, you got to start with yourself. And first of all, you've got to love yourself, accept yourself in order to help somebody else. Second, Gandhi said that you have to be the change that you want to see in the world. If you want to see the world change, you have to change. Be that change. Whether it's how Joe was saying, when you're at the gas station or at the grocery store, tell someone that you appreciate them. I had a friend here that I made through a basketball, Big Ben. He's an amazing person. He's studying in the United States right now for his doctorate or master's degree or whatever. He's brilliant. Yep. But Ben would always tell me, hey, I appreciate you. Like, even if it was like, hey, I got this cab right, don't worry. He's like, man, I appreciate you. I'm like, no one ever really tells you that. Yeah. Like, hey, I appreciate you. So again, to reiterate, start with yourself and then start helping people, because that's the way that we really, truly are going to make a change. Thank you guys for joining us. If someone wants to find Joe online, where can they find you?
You can find me at JV at WERQ on Instagram.
And if someone wants to find Joel, just look up criminalrecord.com. No, I'm just
look up criminalrecord.com, everybody. You can find me personally, Joel Duncan Photography, if you want to see my photos of what we're doing here in the barrios. And if you want to find me personally, being Joel Duncan I know it's a little cliche, but it's being me. And that's how you can find me. You, Andrew.
And if you want to find me, go to Andrew Macia at pornhub.com. Make sure to support.
Wasn't it at Tiny Dicks? TinyDicks.com.
That's the /
Yeah.
It's a it's a niche group.
Niche.
Make sure to follow Yo Soñé un Sueño, I Had a Dream, and any other charity that you guys are supporting. Make sure to forward it to us. We'll shout them out.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.
Cheers.
I appreciate you.
We're done. Empty bottle.
That was a good one.